You didn't hear that, right? Hey, I'm here. It is, hello. It is 10:48 p.m. on Thursday, February 27th. This music is too loud. There we go. Hey, everyone. Hey, Illa. Hey, Ephraim. It's okay. You don't have to drop by. You know, if you're, like, I don't expect anyone to drop by at any particular time, so just being here and saying hi means the world to me. Also, I just realized my mic has been tilted further towards the screen this whole time. Uh-oh. I hope that wasn't affecting my sound quality this whole time. Alright, there we go. I just adjusted it back to where it was. Hey, so I'm here. I took yesterday off. Did some stuff, just kind of hung around a bit. Got some drawing done. Which, by the way, I'm getting like an artist's high lately. I'm getting really into drawing, and I've been drawing a lot. I actually drew like a whole little comic this week for my daily drawings, which I will not share on stream, but you'll know where to see it when it's time to post this week's drawings. But I'm here now. Speaking of art, actually, I just got today. I got a nice A5 comics. Goddamn, Michael Macaw mics. Yeah. I got a nice A5 drawing book today from Beachmore. Fake leather. It's like plastic leather, which is kind of not great, but like it's a nice feeling book. It's very thick. It's got a lot of pages in it. Feels very nice to write in. And I'm looking forward to using that on, like, con trips and stuff. Like, if I go to, like, art jams with people, instead of just lugging around that giant sketchbook I have everywhere that's supposed to be used for daily sketches, specifically. So that's cool. What else? Did I get something the other day? I can't remember. I feel like I did, but no, I must have mentioned it already. Anyway, other thing I figured out between last stream and now is I've mostly... The Float Souls joined the chat. Hey, Mizu. You joined at exactly the right time. A5 is far too small for your taste, even trying to lie it flat, but cool that you could draw in a small book. I mean, it's about average size for me. The thing is, I have the big... Like, what is it? I don't know what this is. Art Alternatives. It doesn't say what size it is. This big drawing book that Nessie gave me. It's ring. It's like a ring. It's got the ring spine on it. But the thing is, the paper's not great for like regular writing and drawing because the lead like bleeds into the other pages, and I don't know why it does that. And it kind of sucks because this is meant to be like a chronicle of my improvement. So I don't know. It's a nice notebook. It's a nice drawing book, a sketchbook. And it's important to me because of what I draw for, like why I draw. But for the most part, it's not holding up super well. Like the cover's already starting to like peel on it, so I'm not super thrilled about that. So that's why I got the smaller one. I got the smaller one to bring to like conventions and events. So that way, if I draw and the pages are perforated too, so I can rip off what I draw and give it to people. Gotta draw more with the tablet. I have a tablet. I don't feel I'm ready to start digital art yet. I want to get through at least 1 or 2 years of sketchbook work first before I start trying to move to like digital art, because I feel like my current skill in like pen and paper or pencil and paper art is just a little too like it won't translate well over to digital. I feel, especially if I try coloring it, it's gonna be very flat and not great. I feel either paper or lead quality. Maybe it's not archival, but to be honest, who knows? I think it might be the lead because I have those sumo grip pencils, and I don't really know how good the lead is in those. I have 0.5 and 0.9, so maybe I need new pencils if I don't want it to bleed. But also, I think it might just be the paper. Did buy a physical sketchbook with a good pen to try, but I don't know which I should try learning with first. I mean, every artist always says learn physical, like pencil and paper first, because the skills will translate over when you develop them enough, and it's always good to have the fundamentals, having that tactile feedback. Often doesn't translate fully to digital and vice versa. Yeah, I know, that's kind of my big concern, because my digital art now isn't really like, I've done pixel art and I've done a couple drawings, but like they don't look as good as I could draw with a pencil. So I'm gonna have to like kind of relearn some stuff. But the thing is, you definitely want to get fundamentals through, like, physical hand drawing, I feel. It definitely sets a good foundation, and most artists, I've seen, most artists I've seen, like, talk about art improvement, kind of say the same exact thing. So, you know, it's good to get your bearings one way or another. I don't know. I'm talking like I'm an artist. Also, hey, Celine, are the ads over? Sorry you got hit with 2 of them in a row. I don't know why that happens. I don't run pre-roll ads, unfortunately, so what happens is it just forces that on everyone. I know some streamers, what they'll do is they'll run like a minute of pre-roll ads at the very beginning, and then that won't show ads for anyone for like 19 minutes or so. Or like a half hour. So I don't know if that would help here. Put the pen to the paper and the rest falls from there. Yes. Exactly. I mean, really, however you learn art is fine. There's no one way to learn it, but most artists I've seen unanimously agree that you should move to digital once you've gotten a grip on like, using an actual pencil and paper. Thing is, your ad blocker usually makes it a non-issue. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is... I'm gonna blame Twitch for it, honestly. And I do not mind if you ad block my streams. It really does not matter. You're taking maybe pennies away a night at most. This quote unquote career does not make me a lot of money. But yeah, also, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. You know, the skills you learn drawing physically may not translate one-to-one digitally. It's, you know, it's again, it's up to the individual. It depends on, you know, what they're using digitally, depends on what they learned physically. Like, it's you know, it's a whole thing. There's no one way to go about it, and I understand that. Twitch has started playing audio-only ads, copied straight from Amazon Music. Was watching a stream earlier and got an ad that told me, "Sorry for interrupting your music." That's stupid. That's really dumb. I don't like that. Twitch is making so many interesting things. Just pop by for a minute to say hi. Now I go into rest before. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Mizu. And I saw you mentioned that you did drawings for hoodies that you wanted to make when you were younger. I always wanted some fun hoodies, and I don't have... Sorry, my Telegram is like blowing up here. I'm gonna mute a certain chat here because it's getting... They're getting annoying. Anyway, as I was saying, you might notice my PNGTuber looks a little different. I disabled hardware acceleration because I had it enabled when I started Final Fantasy VII to make it see if it would run better. And obviously, it hasn't really changed much. We'll see how the game runs tonight, and if it's running shitty, we'll re-enable it. I thought that re-enabling hardware, or that enabling hardware acceleration broke my PNGTuber, and... No, originally I thought that it was running FF7 was breaking my PNGTuber. In particular, it was making this animated form move very slowly, and it turns out that when I disabled hardware acceleration, it was still happening. So, what I found out was that PNGTuber Plus, which again, is a program that I don't know how much longer I'm going to be using it, because at this point it's definitely showing its limitations. It turns out that I had the max FPS in this set to 144. I don't know if that's normal, but that's what's causing this model to move like this. So I don't know when and how that got changed, or why that's suddenly a problem now, but lowering it down to like 35 makes it much better. The problem is it also does change the physics a little bit, so it looks a little different than before. But for the most part, it should be back to normal. I'm going to turn the mic sensitivity up a little bit more too, so it doesn't constantly activate. Nah, that might be too low, actually. Yeah, this program was good for the time I've used it, but I think it might be time to move on to something else. Extremely smooth burb, yeah. Actually, not smooth, I just heard 144 and thought it would be, yeah. Well, no, that's what was making it slow down. It was moving very slowly because of that. something is just incompatible with this now, that it's not working at that high frame rate. So I can't really find a comfortable frame rate for this. Like 34, it slows down, and anything below 30, it slows down. This is 26, which I think works pretty well, but the actual animation of, like, me talking looks kind of weird. Like, it's a lot longer than it used to be. I'm pretty sure no one's going to notice while watching the stream, though. The main issue is just that it's going to affect other forms here. Like, it may make this look a little choppier, though looking at the stream preview, that doesn't really seem to be the case, so I don't know. What's the frame rate of your display? Maybe it scales weird based on that. Well, here's the thing. I didn't change anything between whenever this became a problem and now. The only thing I changed on my PC was getting the SSD and enabling hardware acceleration. And I'm pretty sure the slowdown started before I installed the SSD. Move this up a little bit too. I'm adjusting how long I want it to talk. Again, there's two thresholds. There's when it activates on the mic and how long it stays active before it goes back to the idle pose. Yeah, you know what? It looks fine on stream. I'll leave it at sub 30 because that looks like the best without making it look really weird and like too fast. So this is good. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what it could be. Again, I've disabled hardware acceleration. So I found out, I mentioned this a couple, like 2 streams ago, but I noticed that my my VOD uploads on YouTube were having like a weird screen tearing issue where, like, say from where my PNGTuber is holding the controller, like in the middle of that spot, there would be like a constant screen tear on YouTube. And I thought it was something with the VOD recordings, and it turns out when I shrunk the player, the area of tearing changed, and it turns out that hardware acceleration did in fact affect that. For some reason, hardware acceleration was making YouTube videos load, or like play awkwardly, where like the frame rate couldn't keep up. So I'm not sure why it did that, but that's the main reason why I've kept hardware acceleration redisabled here. And again, you know, this all boils down to the point that it's just my computer. It's my computer showing its age. It might become more of a problem as we go on. I'm kind of hoping it holds out maybe another year or two, because again, I got this in 2019. I was hoping it would last a decade. My previous computer, which was a laptop, I got that new in 2010, at the end of 2010, and it lasted until mid-2015. Well, it crashed. It had a hard disk crash in mid-2015. After that, it lasted about 6 more months. So it lasted about 5 years, which is less time than this computer's lasted. So that's nice. It's nice that this computer's lasted this long. But this wasn't a cheap computer. This was well over $1,000. So I'm not looking forward to replacing parts and getting a new like case for it, because it's not going to be cheap no matter what. But I'm hoping that it could hold out maybe a couple more years. Again, I don't really use it for anything super intensive, so I don't think it should be a problem. But if it gets to be more and more of a problem, like the previous, like, not the new laptop, but the laptop I got when I started streaming from my friend, if it starts degrading like that laptop did, or like that this isn't a laptop, but if it starts degrading like that computer did, I will consider, you know, throwing down to get them to get a new one. You know, as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I did kind of come into some money. So if I really want to, like, drop $1,000 on a new computer, I can. I'd rather not right now. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Hardware acceleration is weird. If it's similar to fumbling with it, trying to get Steam Big Picture running properly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've gone this long without it. I only had it enabled for, like, the last couple weeks. So as long as FF7 is still running the same way it was before, it won't be that big of an issue. And I don't think it's... I think the issues I was having that I fixed was due to the hard drive, not the graphics. So, you know, we're still going to be dealing with slowdown and lag spikes, but we're not going to be, we're hopefully going to be operating the same as we were, like, last stream. That's my ultimate hope here. And, yeah, that's kind of the long and short of what's been going on lately. I don't think there's anything worth mentioning yesterday. Not really. But there is something worth mentioning today. So today we finally Well, finally, we have it every year. We had our Pokemon Presents for 2025, and it was interesting. I'm thinking I'm gonna go over it real quick, just take a little watch of it. And timed perfectly with the end of the music here, because I actually had no more music picked from this song on. It's been 3,000 years. Yes, the word enable still makes me think of Vinny's bit from Windows G, enable. Settings, Windows G, enable.